Hi everybody, it's Kathy here and I am playing along with Mix It Up Monday and I am late. I know that. I'm really sorry, but I really wanted to get this layout up because I did do the layout and I did do the video. This is an amazing sketch. It's clean, it's simple, and I just wanted to be part of it. So unfortunately, due to things that happened, I wasn't able to do it on time, but I am doing it now. This is fossilized amber, which I'm running through my stencil here that you can see, and I'm putting it onto this wood grain to add a little bit of interest to the background. Now, Mix It Up Monday is a hop that Tara, the paper snob, has created for us every month, and we get given a sketch and we're to use our mixed media products to zhuzh the sketch up. So today, as I said, I'm using this fossilized amber distress oxide to go through the stencil just to add some detail to this wooden background. And I do love this wood grain. It is beautiful. It is a paper rose wood grain and I love it because it has a hint of yellow through it. And anyone who's been watching my videos knows that I love yellow. So I'm just adding in a little bit of extra here because it is a feature and it is mixed media, but it also ties in with the theme that I'm going with for this layout. I'm also going to add in here some ink splatters using the Tim Holtz Distress Stain here, and this is the vintage photo, and I'm adding the splatters across the layout into the background to just build that interest point that you see on the sketch. So that's how my mixed media is being tied into this layout, and that's what I'm doing to create this overall feel of grungy photography into this overall layout that I'm doing as second time. So this photo you would have seen before. It is of myself with my family. We are having a ride at the Australian Pioneer Village, and this one will go into one of the daughter's albums. So what I'm doing here is I'm layering up a whole lot of cameras. Now I thought this would be a great background for this layout. In the sketch there appears to be a stenciling background or image stenciled onto the background, and I didn't really want to go for that, so I thought I'd go with the cameras to create that layered effect on the background. And I love these cameras. They're from Scrapbook and they're printables, and Lisa Sikorsky does a great range of different cameras in different colours. So these were perfect for the layout. They pick out the colours in the photos and they just create a visual interest for the eye to roam around the layout. So I am layering them up, as you can see here, and it does form a grid formation which goes in behind the photos. So altogether there are 6 columns of these cameras, and I am working to get them cameras facing the correct way so that they are not giving too harsh a direction for the eye to follow. Now you'll see that I was measuring there at the top where I was going to start that top section of the cameras, and that's because of the photo. I had marked in where the photo was going to sit, so I knew where to put cameras and where not to put cameras. And that makes a big difference when you're using a product to build a background, is that you mark out areas where you don't need to put in product so that you can stretch it. So just putting these cameras down, as you can see, and I am mixing and matching the colours so that they go around nice and equally. Now when I was doing this, I thought I'd cut out enough cameras to do the whole layout, but as it turns out I didn't. I needed some more facing into the photo on the left hand side, so I go off screen and I cut out a few more, and in a moment you'll see that, and I pick up extra colours and I swap them in and out. So I've put some beiges and some browns and some greys in now, and that has married that beautifully into that layout. Now I'm pre-matted the photo with the cardstock that I gutted for my frame, and now I'm putting in a photo strip which I cut on my die cutting machine, and I'm putting that to both sides of the photo as per the sketch, and that's allowing with that photo feel of this layout, so it's tying that all together. I also use the cardstock that I gutted from the frame to cut this banner, and I like it because it's got a bit of a decorative banner instead of just a triangular one. And I'm just testing out which cameras I'm going to use as anchor points for that banner so that they fit in and are tied in nice and neatly into the layout. So I've gone with the yellow and the blue. Oh, well, it's more of a mauvey colour, and that's picking out the colours in that photo, as you can see. Now, as I said, this was a photo of my family and I. We were at the Pioneer Village and we were having a tractor ride. It was a great day. It was a nice sunny day, as I said, the last summer day for us really before the cold kicked in, and we had a great time on this tractor ride. The driver was funny. He was making us laugh. The daughter, who was dressed in period costume, she actually took this photo for us, and so we were quite happy to have that. Now, I have done it once before and I will probably do it one more time so that it goes into the different daughters' albums. So I apologise if you've seen this photo before, but sometimes you need to scrap the same event different times for different albums. And I'm using a Forlorn glitter texture pen. This allows me to put some texture into the lenses of these cameras to give them that three-dimensional glazed look on the lens, but it's just not going on every single one. It's just going randomly around as a feature point for this layout. And I really do like how this came together. It was a simple, elegant sketch, and I've added in enough detail to draw the eye and create that visual imagery for you to realise that it's a captured moment, a memory, a photograph that captures something that was fun to do. It was a great day. It was a fun event. And it's really easy to create interest on your layouts by just fussy cutting and adding to them. So here you can see that the mixed media is showing through in the background there. You can see where I used the stencil. You can see with the ink splatters. I coloured that chipboard title with my acrylic pens, and that allowed for that mixed media to be added in there. And also the lenses on the cameras was another form of mixed media being added in. Now, as I said, this has been late for the Mix It Up Monday. I did do it in time, but I did not get it loaded in time. Thank you for coming and checking it out. I hope I've done something to earn a thumbs up from you. If I have, please hit that thumbs up button. It costs you nothing, but it lets YouTube know that you like my content, and they'll keep pushing it out. I really do like how bright and colourful this is. It is something different. I have a full playlist link down below so that you can go and check out once again what everybody else did in May for Mix It Up Monday. And I promise next month I'll be on time. Happy scrapping till next time, everybody. Here's my next video for you, and I'll see you over there real soon.